Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to Mech Warrior Online for my usual chilling out weekend videos with giant stompy robots, high energy weapons, many explosions and most likely being slowly torn to pieces by incoming fire. You know how this goes. And frankly I think that's the most honest I've ever been in my intros because you've got to admit, in these videos I do tend to get torn apart more often than not. But yes, welcome one and all. For today's little jaunt into the fields of metallic destruction, I have dragged one of my catapults out of the shed. You might think, oh no, you're bringing in that catapult. You kept bringing out that heavy AC-40 catapult, and yes, that is still one of my firm favourites, but this is not that catapult. This is the fastest catapult possible in this game. This is the Jester. The CPLT-J, which I nicknamed Hotfoot. It has been collecting dust because it's donated its engine very gracefully to power this King Crab, the one which I fitted with large pulse lasers and LBX ACs, which served so well. And the engine has stayed in that King Crab for far longer than I planned it to. Let's put it that way, because I enjoyed that King Crab immensely. But today, the catapult gets its engine back, because that engine was bought specifically for this catapult. And it's never been complete without it. Well, of course it hasn't, it couldn't move. Anyway, let's go into the loadout and see what makes this beast tick. Because it's a strange one, as far as heavy mechs go. Not strange as far as catapults go, but as you can. Okay. First thing is obvious. This is a high-tech catapult. It's got ferrofibrous armour, double heat sinks, and endo-steel chassis, making it all lovely and expensive. It's got, of course, the big, beefy XL 355 engine. And it's used every single possible critical slot. So this design is maxed in every possible way to go with this loadout. It carries only one weapon system, a triad of large pulse lasers fitted left torso, right torso, center torso. So it has very tight grouping of fire. As you can see, it's all just clustered around the nose right there in front. Let's span it back. Okay. Yep. And then to cap all that off, it is kept cool by a total of 7 additional double heat sinks, 4 in the engine, and then 3 in the side torsos. And it carries a pair of jump jets for a little bit of extra mobility, because that is the name of the game with this catapult. It is bloody fast. I mean that literally, bloody fast. In terms of armouring, it's maxed out on the torsos because that is its most vital point, XL engine and all that. Its legs are a little bit on the weak side, and its arms are almost ignored. Because, quite frankly, the arms don't have anything in them, so they can be sacrificed without any real thought about it. They'll block a couple of shots and then they'll burn off, and that'll be that. But all of this combined, with the skills it's been given, give it a 1.53 out of 2 heat management, which is amazing for 3 pulse lasers of the large variety. It can keep firing time after time after time, and it doesn't care about it, really. So, as you do. Its armour is only at something like 2/3 of its potential strength, so it's something along the lines of a glass cannon. But it's got maximum jump distance of 16.2 meters, and its speed. In full forwards, this thing goes 95.1 kilometers an hour. That's damn near to 100. That is medium to light mech territory. This thing is fast. And it's not got that spectacular firepower. It could pack more, but it's got the triad of large pulse lasers. So yeah, it's quite a nasty little beastie. In terms of skills, it's pandered to this fast get in, get out, blast them mentality. So it's only got 57 points allocated, but I had all of that in previous skill points. So that is entirely based on how much I used this before the skill tree update. I've sunk 30 points into mobility, getting every possible speed tweak node, and then along the way I've focused more on braking and acceleration nodes than torso nodes. So What I've missed out is mostly torso nodes and one of the hard brakes because I was running short on points. So this thing is maxed out as far as its acceleration and speed tweaks go. Also, it can turn well better, and it's got well, no, that's in a different tree. What am I on about? I'm nuts, I am. Okay. Secondary tree, operations, because, you know, it needs to move fast, it needs to avoid shutting down as much as possible. So it's got heat containment and cool running nodes up to the gills. It's got every single one possible. Outside of that, it's focused on quick ignition, improved gyros to reduce screen shake to let it fire more accurately because it's got precision weaponry, and hill climbing because you don't want this thing to slow down on a slope. So all of those are maxed. All that's left really is some boot up ones and speed retention. So that's that. Then with my remaining skill points I started to sink them into the sensor tree. Target info gathering, of course, because that is helpful if you're getting within closer ranges. Target retention, because if you start knife fighting with this thing, it's very easy to run past your opponent and in doing so lose your targeting information on them. So target retention I felt was important. Then I started to go down the trees to get radar deprivation to help this thing be more evasive and hide from incoming guided weaponry, because with a fast mech like this, odds are you are going to be out in front and away from friendly AMS support. Also, you're going to struggle to find cover in a pinch, so being able to hide from sensor locks, important. And since you're going to be moving around, as soon as they lose sensor lock, all those missiles will be harmless because you won't be there anymore. You've got to love being fast. Anyway, weapon grouping. All 3 pulse lasers fire as one. That is its primary fire mode, just 3 pulse lasers straight in the face. Which is quite nasty because it's a burst of 33 damage with precision accuracy. So if you're a good shot, unlike me, this thing is incredibly dangerous. And then of course I can fire each laser individually if I care to. Though that is a heat saving measure left over from before the skills tweak, because this thing runs colder and better than it ever did. It's faster, colder. It's actually a little bit weaker, I think, but that can't be helped. But hey, you can't have everything, can you? Overall, vast improvement for this mech in its given playstyle. Now, before we start, I do want to quickly mention an alternate configuration, because this was something asked in the previous video, like, why did I use the largest? Why don't I just use the medium pulse lasers instead? If you're getting up close like that, use the mediums. Well, there's not actually that much to be said about it, at least in my eyes. I was looking at this before the video and thinking, why would I? What can I swap around to make it viable? And the answer I came up with is, I would probably like this if I took off the large pulse lasers on the torsos on the sides, and then put in 2 medium pulse lasers for each one. So the arms would now be used, the side torsos would be used, and that would give it all of that, and then I'd still have a large pulse laser in the center torso. So my main gripe with using just medium pulse lasers is I like to have a bit of range sometimes. So the large pulse lasers are quite nasty in terms of their range. They're like 50% greater in terms of how far they can do damage compared to the medium pulse lasers. And you may be a fast catapult, but you are still a heavy mech and fairly bulky. So if you can do damage from a distance, it's generally a good idea to be able to do it, rather than having to get closer and then use medium pulses. Plus there's the fact that a straight swap between a large pulse and 2 medium pulses. The medium pulses run hotter, though they do slightly more damage, like 1 point more damage, but they run hotter and they sacrifice a third of the range compared to the large pulse lasers. And then you'll have, like, if you swap out like I suggested, you'd have 2 spare tons which you could pump into the armour, make this thing more durable. But you're sacrificing some of your combat range for that, some of your heat management, and probably a tiny bit of your weight, because I don't think you can quite max out. No, you can max out. Okay, you wouldn't be sacrificing any weight. So you could fully arm yourself up if you did it that way. But I like to unify my weapon systems where I can. So 3 large pulse lasers is a really nasty alpha strike, I think. Especially since this mech can handle the heat from it. So there we go. I'm going to have to rename this thing, I think. It was called Hotfoot because it ran kind of hot before the skills tree patch. After the skills trees, and after I've just pumped in the nose and tested it a bit, it actually runs pretty damn cool, as you saw, like 1.53 heat management rating. It doesn't have to stop firing for long to actually dissipate all built up heat, so it might need a new name. I don't know. Anyway, enough of that, enough pandering, let's go and start striding around the battlefield like some kind of devil incarnate. And then melt, because my armour turned to molten mush, because I got too hot. Yeah, in we go.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to Viridian Bog. Oh, we've got 2 Urbies in our team. We've got 2 Urbies in our team. Awesome, we're going to win this, no problem. I love those little trash cans. Oh, someone's trash talking the Urbies. Oh well. And as you can see, I'm already running around in the back of the light to medium. Yes, all hail the trash cans. They are our gods.
Negative. Affirmative.
And people seem to be divided on that issue. But yeah, here I am already in the front lines because of how blisteringly fast I am. Anyway, back to the intro. Welcome to Viridian Bog. The game mode is Assault mode. So, capture the enemy base, don't let ours get captured. It's going to turn into a massive brawl most likely, and then we're going to kill each other. So, hey, as we do. Now the problem, I do have one issue with this particular mech loadout, and that's the fact I'm not quite sure how to use it. I'm not a skirmisher by nature. Oops, hello Herbie. Oh, I was a little bit too low there. Oh well. But I just popped out, couldn't do anything, so I backed up again. The only damage I've got is friendly fire from that Herbie. Sadly. Oh, hello, someone was watching. And I took a glancing hit. Okay, time to move. Because, remember, this thing is a bit of a glass cannon, so it can't really take very much in terms of damage. Can't see him there. Right. Let's move down on the flank a little bit, because we've got some allies moving on the right side. Let's join them.
Target spotted.
Yeah, dear. Because, quite frankly, I prefer fire support, and one of the virtues of this mech is it's got the range, so it can act in a fire support kind of role. But you're actually like a really heavy skirmisher, a super heavy skirmish mech. Hello. And that is what this thing does, because it's really fast and packs a lot of firepower and heat management, but it's not that durable. So you still want to stick with your allies as much as you can, for the most part. Like, I just started glancing at it, my arm almost fell off, but I'm okay with this. Yeah, I can't get that taste out of my mouth. Oh. I got issued some new antibiotics by my doctor. Why do they have to taste so damn horrible? I mean, yeah. It's the worst tasting antibiotics I've ever had. Anyway, enough of that. But yeah, as you can see, my allies are moving up over here. There's a Hellbringer that they are trying to chase down, so I'm actually going to amble on over there and join them, because I have the speed to help them, and I am really, really heavy. So, might as well. And the Hellbringer is giving them a few issues because it's being assaulted by so many mechs, but I've got heavy firepower here which will help out. Hello! Oh, you're in trouble. You are in a lot of trouble. And he doesn't realise... Oh, he's noticed me because I'm a much easier target, but he's now dead. He didn't notice me fast enough. So, yes, I helped out our lights and mediums there. Though sadly we just lost one. Hello there.
Target acquired.
Yep, I am going to hit you in the back because... Oh, yeah, we're just tying up their main forces now. I am running a bit hot, but that's because I've been firing constantly. And I am adding some definite weights to this ambush to make them think there's more stuff here than there actually is. Because they probably weren't expecting to see a heavy. Now I'm going to leave them to these guys. Hello.
Target spotted.
Yeah, I want to get out of here because my rear armor is open. Run, 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 run. And I'm fast enough to run though, that's the thing, so...
Target spotted.
If I Bye bye. Okay, I've got something light chasing me. Oh, hello there. Oh, I'm sorry. We're using that arm. Hello. Goodbye.
Torso, critical
I'm
damage.
getting torn open,
Left
but
torso, critical
I am a
damage.
fast catapult and they don't know what to do without me. Not very much, at least. I'm causing a lot of damage. Yeah, they don't know what to do. They are getting thoroughly confused because there's a heavy running around in their midst. And then I got gunned down eventually, but I did 271 damage and I confused the heck out of them. So that helped. But unfortunately, it might not be enough because they are 5 ahead. It was 2, now it's 3, and I did send their lines into disarray for a few moments. That was more like Rambo style, but our main mechs have formed up and they are attacking quite heavily. There goes that supernova that I was pecking at with my lasers, so that's fine. Our team is starting to catch up, so... Yep, there goes another one. Our team is now ahead. Oh, me and the lights, we just did excellent work there. We confused the heck out of them and kept their lines separated, so... Yep, momentum is with our side now.
New target acquired.
I don't normally play a Rambo style like that, but I noticed I was supporting the might mechs and then using, because I was being focus fired and couldn't get away because I'm a fast mech, not the fastest. I used my remaining life to continue to distract them and throw their forces away while doing as much damage as I could. So, yeah.
Activated.
Definitely helps.
Target destroyed.
There goes that light I was pecking at.
Target spotted.
Annihilated by an alpha strike point blank.
Target
Oh dear.
acquired.
Oh wait, wasn't that one?
Critical.
Come on, you can get this guy.
Destroyed.
There he goes.
Heat level critical.
Yep, we won this one. And I don't know. I usually really like the feel of heavy weaponry, but
acquired.
I also tend to like faster mechs as well. So this particular catapult is actually a very happy medium for me because it's really fast and it packs a lot of firepower. It's just not that good on the armour, but as you saw, it can hold on under concentrated fire for at least a bit. And yeah, look at that. 1 killing blow, 6 kill assists, 271 damage dealt. 5 components, 1 flanking, 3 proximity protection. So, not very good on the assists, but I definitely punched with my weight there. So yeah, that worked. That was fun. Anyway, roll on, match number 2. Let's see if I can keep this train going, or if I'm going to trip over my own feet and fall flat on my face. Odds are it's going to be the latter. So yeah, here we go. Well, well, well. Pilot Nuno has actually taken command of the company. I don't see that very often.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
This is command. Eliminate all enemies, no matter the cost.
I'm going to die in this one because all systems are not nominal. A quick note here. That has actually been going much better lately. I've noticed that all systems nominal is not being cut out as much, but as you heard there, it has been happening sometimes. So all is not quite yet right in the world. And the mechs are sometimes still classed as unreliable from the word go. Anyway, yes, welcome to the Frozen City. The game mode is Skirmish, so shoot anything that moves and many things that don't move. That is the name of the game. Oop. And he got shot. Oh well. I'm just hiding right now because I'm not sure where I want to be. But I've got the speed to reposition myself with ease, so that's okay. I'm probably going to, yeah, a lot of our elements are moving up this left side, so I'm going to move this
Target spotted.
Anyway, I'm at a slight loss of what to do here because, well, normally in these videos I would use this particular slot of babbling your ears off like a complete lunatic to talk about the mech loadouts and things like that. But between the mech bay, my previous experience with it, and last match, I've pretty much touched on a lot as far as this mech's concerned, so I'm not sure entirely what to do as far as like talking, so...
Don't stay Delta 5 then.
maybe you'll get some blessed silence for once.
That's what I
No,
like.
I am not that gracious or merciful. I'm going to be talking. Sucks to be you guys.
Target spotted.
Anyway, let's actually talk a little bit about something else. I'm actually slowly starting to turn into a minor streaming kind of channel. Oh dear, I think he's about to shoot at me. Yes, he is. Way out of range from my lasers, though. So, yeah, if you guys haven't noticed of late, I've started to do some streaming, and I've actually been relaxing and enjoying it. So it's a very different way of playing compared to like this. Like, I do the videos, and then it's I wrap it all up in a pretty big bow and then throw it in your general direction and duck and cover, waiting for the inevitable explosion. If it's going to be positive or negative, that remains to be seen, but in some ways you could sometimes liken working on YouTube videos like throwing live hand grenades in a confined room. So, that's a simile I bet you've never heard before, but it is apt in some ways. Got some cheeky flankers moving down the left-hand side. Let's go and back them up. I'm fast enough to reposition.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Bounty Hunter, they have some equipment over there. Too much for lights, really, but I can lend a bit of fire support. Yeah, some of their heavier elements are being dragged out of line, going after those guys on the flank. Let's get into cover here. So yeah, I was considering doing streaming on this thing, but the thing is, my computer is still a piece of junk. And it's been having some issues.
Sorry.
So I need to be aware of that and be aware of what I'm doing. Yeah, the entire enemy force is starting to maneuver in this general direction.
Target spotted.
Frankly, I was considering doing some streaming of MechWo online, but I don't know how well my computer will handle it. So maybe I could test that, see how it goes. Hello. Yep, he knew I was there. That's okay, let's reposition really quickly. You're out in the cover. Hello, Supernova. Whoopsie daisy. Yep, he's carrying large lasers. Hello over there.
Right arm critical damage. Warning incoming
Oh,
missile.
jeez. Okay, back up. Yep, and there's the radar deprivation at work because the missiles just sailed harmlessly past into the ice. I need to help out here. Our friends are getting in trouble.
New target acquired.
Back up. Notice I'm playing duck and shoot principle right now. The entire enemy force is down this way. Guys, we've got the entire enemy force towards H5, H6. We could use some fire support over here. I also noticed a complete lack of command as far as our allies are concerned. So, yeah, we've drawn the entire enemy team out of position. Not so good for us, good for the enemy though. Well, actually it's because it's our lighter elements. Oh, someone's getting cheeky over here, aren't they?
Target acquired.
Hello, little hunchback. How are you?
We're experiencing some losses. Don't get sloppy out there.
Hello, bushwhacker. Just keep firing. Guys in F7, we really need your help in G6. Yeah, they are hanging around back there.
Right
But
arm destroyed.
seriously, we're taking all the fire over here. Our company commander is being absolutely useless. Okay, someone's dead finally, but yeah, the guys back there didn't come to our aid. They got wrapped up doing something or other, and as a result, all of our lighter hardware, I think, has got wiped out. Let's check. No, some of our lighter mechs are still going, but that...
We've lost half our force.
Yeah, we've
Can't
lost
lose
our
any
heavier
more
elements,
soldiers.
so... Yeah... Yeah, we spread out a bit too much, guys. Try to keep fire support at
25%
least
of
a
the
bit
enemies
closer this
are
time to the
eliminated.
front lines, okay? Hiding in the buildings this much is kind of what cost us the match. So yeah, a little bit of friendly advice. And no one's actually responding, so I'm just talking to them, making their ears bleed as well as
Target
yours.
destroyed.
Aren't I a kind person, just spreading the love and suffering? Yes. Also, I really wish this mech had ECM, but it doesn't. Hello there.
Target acquired.
Yeah, well,
We're taking critical losses. We need you to pull through.
focusing fire on this guy. See if I can take him out. Yeah, he's ignoring me for the most part. A big mistake for him. Let's see. Oh, I knocked one of his torsos out. And I'm the last one alive, so time to move. Yeah, they are noticing me.
Warning, incoming missile.
Get out of here.
Left arm, critical damage.
Run! How the hell am I the last one alive? Well, because I didn't go charging like a Rambo this time. Okay, I need to get some more cover, so down behind this hill.
Warning, incoming missile.
Yep.
Left arm destroyed.
There goes my other arm.
Warning, incoming missile.
Oh, they've got someone with sensor locking over there.
Warning, incoming
Hello
missile.
there.
New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile. Right leg critical damage.
Ow.
Come in. Control the surface. Can anyone read?
Okay, I was trying. But yeah, in that one I wound up being the last survivor in a flipping heavy mech that was running around like it was a medium or light, so that was fun as well. Look at that, 4 kill assists, 357 damage done. And I did a whole bunch of work in that one. 1, 2, 3. Oh! On all the enemy mechs that were taken down, I actually helped out with that. Every mech that died is one I shot at. Yeah, this is actually a really viable mech. And in that last match, the extra range from the large pulses was being used. If I'd been carrying medium pulses, I wouldn't have been as effective because I wasn't getting into close range for the most part. I was at medium range. But yeah, that was entertaining for me at least. And my teammates got an earful, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. This has been Iron Mark III. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show and my spectacular deaths because I died both times and, quite frankly, I enjoyed it. Death is the next great challenge. Also, they say. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time. Yeah. See you all later. Now I can open the window because it's absolutely boiling in here. Yeesh.